We don't invent anything out of the blue, we're all influenced, but the real magic happens when you stop copying and start making it yours. A while ago, I shared in a video a way to think about your art style. It's not something you find, it's something you shape. It depends on two things: what you like, what pleases you aesthetically, and what you are able to do, meaning your technical skills. And the more you refine both, the more you will shape your art style. Today I want to show you one of my favorite ways to shape your art style. It's by copying masters. It's not to be a copycat, it's to be curious, to learn new skills, and to really hone what you like and what you don't like. First, copying a master helps you see what you love. It's one thing to just look at a painting, either in a photo or in a museum, and you see different things. But when you copy it, you have to really look into it. You have to go deep dive and really see the shift in colors, the values, the drawing, the composition, the shapes. This is way deeper than just looking at an image. So as long as you are painting, you will start noticing things that you like or not. Let's talk about outlining the shapes, for example. Van Gogh did that a lot, and also Maurice Denis in this portrait. And I kind of like it when I copy it, but so far I was unable to translate it to my art. So my guess is that it's not really my style. But really, it's something to determine what you like aesthetically in others' work and what you like in your work. To go back to the outline thing, I like looking at it, I'm drawn to it, but except when I'm making a copy, I don't use it. So I guess either I don't think about it or I don't like it that much. But that's interesting. Maybe outline is not a part of my style. Copying makes you slow down and really look deep into a painting, and this helps you define what you really love. So this is very important. And it doesn't matter if your copy is not accurate. That's not the point. Number 2, copying makes you practice and improves your technical skills. So when you look deep dive into a painting, you will notice different techniques. Let's talk about Van Gogh. He's doing a lot of little visible brush strokes, and you have to reproduce that. So if you have the chance to go to an art school or to have a good art teacher, they will teach you that. But if you are working by yourself, you will have to figure out how to do it. Plus, there is something else. I usually do my copies with gouache, and what I copy is made with oil painting. So I have a difference in medium. That increases the difficulty a bit, but I like that. I think it's very exciting to try to solve. It's not a problem, but something you want to reproduce with a different medium. And also, if you really want to incorporate it in your style, you really need to master the technical skill, as I said before. Let's talk about pointillism again. I like looking at it, but I feel it's a bit tedious to do. So many little dots of color, and I don't have the patience for that. So I know that pointillism will never be a part of my style. Too much time to do it. Number 3, it's a no-pressure way to experiment. What I mean by that is the what is already there. You know what you have to do. You have to copy this. So it's easier to go on and keep practicing. For days you don't know what to paint, and those days happen, you can grab a copy of something that you have seen in a museum or on internet, and you can just copy it or try to copy it. It really is a lot of pressure from art, meaning you don't have to think about what to paint, the composition, the colors, the values, the contrast, all the things you need to think of when you are painting, because someone else did it for you before, and their way of thinking is not yours, so you have to adapt to their style and their way of thinking. And this is really freeing. You can just focus on the technique by itself. Number 4, once you have integrated the elements of someone else's style, you can make it your own. Once you've copied a piece and learned the technical things you wanted to keep with your art, it's time to make it yours and use it in your painting. So you're not copying anymore, you're infusing. I come back to the outline thing. I like copying it, I don't like using it, but maybe a bit of outline will appear here and there. So that's just a level of outline I need in my art. This is infusing, and we are all influenced by someone else's work. Well, let's be honest, we don't invent anything from out of the blue. So it's very normal, and old painters did that a lot. They went to museum and they were just copying the old masters before them. And this is what we can do today because we have access to almost every art available in the world. At some point, you will stop copying and you will make it yours. But now you're creating with purpose because you have thought about the color choice, for example, the composition, and you think, oh, I like this one, I want to include it in my art right now. When you do that intentionally, it's here. The question remains is, maybe 1 year later, is there something left in your art of this copy? You'll see that. If there is something left, then this is part of your style. This is exactly what we are doing this month in my Gouache membership. We are working on Fauvism. I love Fauvism, so many colors and composition, very bold brush strokes. This is very interesting. So the first tutorial is copying André Derain, Charing Cross Bridge. This painting has so many colors, so we are doing our best to copy it, and we are also learning how to mix colors from the primary. Then I use my personal photo to paint trees with the same principles. So it looks like it's a painting from André Derain. How modest I am. But it's a copy, not a copy, it's an interpretation. It's trying to reproduce what I have seen in the first copy and then make it mine from my personal photo. But painting trees is easy because Fauvism, they used it a lot. And the third tutorial is making a cat portrait with the Fauvism elements. So broad colors and visible brush strokes and strong contrast. And I think I pretty much succeeded. So it's not a copy anymore. It's integrated in my style and in yours if you want to join us in the Gouache membership. You have the link in the description below. And when you join, you have access to the current tutorials and all the past one. I think we are about 160 Gouache tutorials now. So I guess you have 1 or 2 things you can paint from. So if you're feeling stuck or unsure about your art style, try copying. Not to become someone else, but to discover more about yourself. Your style is already in there. You just need to shape it. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. Au revoir.